That's a good question. There were so many that was included in them. As he looked past his pain and hurt, he had to reach down with forgiveness for the one who sold him out for just 30 pieces of silver. But the reality is that there are some that have sold you out for less than that. There were those that had said they were going to be ride or die. But guess what? They were long gone. There were those that deserted him and he had to forgive. There were those that was using money to gamble for his clothes. A thing that was throwing so much shame. Religious leaders who were so religious but couldn't see Jesus for who he was. A crowd that was trying to praise one day but then putting him down a few days later. Forgiveness reached down to the soldiers who was ridiculing him and laughing at him. Those who enjoyed to beat at him, to spit at him, to yank at him. The one who had the whip in his hand and was whipping him. The one that wouldn't even help him carry the cross. The one that had a crown of thorns placed on his head. The one that picked up nails to pierce his hands and feet. I wasn't physically there, but I do believe that my sin was there on that day. I believe that my bad attitude, was there on that day. My bad habits, backstabbing, denial, and shame, guilt was there. But also God's forgiveness through Jesus. Jesus prayed because he knew about the blessing of forgiveness. His heart cry reflects how merciful our God is because he had a plan of salvation for the world. Is there anyone grateful on today for the plan of salvation? Anybody grateful on today for redemption? Anyone grateful for being bought with a price? When Jesus speaks those words, for they know not what they do. Jesus willing to forgive because he knows that those that hurt him didn't understand what they were doing. It can be dangerous when we don't know and think that we really know. It's dangerous when we think that we know and don't really know. The danger of not knowing can lead to others getting hurt and causing more problems. With everything going on, they didn't realize that this was actually part of a bigger plan from God, and that is salvation. The soldiers were trained to follow orders, and their actions reflected what they had been done before and before. They thought that Jesus was really deserving to die. The others could not grasp that this really is the Son of God because leaders had lied on Jesus. They said he was a fake, a troublemaker, and saw him as a threat. I do believe that there were some that was even jealous of Jesus but didn't want to admit it. Jesus had a choice, and he chose forgiveness because he knew the power and blessing that is forgiveness. His true love wanted to see others repent and have the chance to get it right. I'm so glad that Jesus has a heart that's willing to serve, a heart that is humble. What a prayer that was. 10 words that were lifted up, my. But the good news on today, that someone was able to see Jesus for who he really was, and that is a blessing. Today, there are those who are still struggling with forgiveness. But would I encourage you today to look to Jesus, to picture Jesus on that cross? I know it hurt because I'm dealing with hurt myself. But I tell you that Jesus' pain was much more than what I have ever endured and still chose to forgive. Someone on today would say, Reverend Michelle, you just don't know how much it hurts. And you're right, I don't know, because I have not had to walk in your shoes. But can I tell you on today, the cost of you not forgiving will be too much. The cost for you not to forgive will be too much. The reason why I know is because I tried to do it so many times. On today, there are a witness that knows the blessing that is forgiveness. When someone says, I'm just not able to forgive, you picture Jesus and what he was able to do. Broken and forgiven, bruised and his hand is still on God and each and every one of us all today. The blessing of forgiveness. To my dear Wilson District, what are you going to do with the blessing of forgiveness on today? Family and friends, what are you going to do with the blessing called forgiveness on today? Brother Michelle, what are you going to do with the blessing of forgiveness today? The blessing of forgiveness. The blessing of forgiveness. The word of God for the people of God. Thanks be